If you are a woman and you feel disconnected from your feminine energy and you have a mission, your goal is to get back in your feminine, you want to focus on two things. So, first, I always say you gotta look at the root, okay? So, the root is always in the subconscious. That's where you find the key to unlock the why you get disconnected from your feminine energy in the first place. So, a piece of information that you need to know is about the brain is that the brain's job is to keep you away from pain and to keep you safe, not to keep you happy. Okay. So, at some point when you were little, uh, from 0 to 7, so since you've been in your mom's womb up to your first 7 years, you came in happy unless something happens while you were in the womb, not your mom's womb, and you were born to be happy, free, loved, be loved. Things happened that while you were in your feminine, you experienced pain and you didn't feel safe in your feminine energy. Okay, so what happened is your brain, to do the brain's job, to do its job, it developed a program to that being in your feminine is equal unsafe, pain, danger. So you ended up being more in your masculine, okay, to survive, for survival mechanism. And then you grew up and maybe you became a single mom, and before you know it, you just became more and more and more in your masculine. Now, mind you, each and every one of us, whether you're a woman or man, we all have we both, gender-wise, we both have the inner masculine and inner feminine, and the goal is to work on both energies and evolve, right? Our feminine and our masculine. That being said, back to you listening and you're being a woman, you want to, especially in the presence of a man, or if you're manifesting a masculine man, then you want to heal your divine feminine, right? So you want to get to the root in your subconscious. Your blocks lie in your subconscious. And when I'm working with women who want to connect back to their feminine energy and want to heal their divine feminine, always, when I'm doing energy work or through hypnosis, I always see blocks in the sacral and in the throat because they're connected, and then in the heart because a lot of empaths and starseeds, chosen ones, whatever you want to call yourself, unless you've been doing the work, the heart has been blocked to keep us safe, myself included. Okay, so I'm talking from experience, and I had to shift more in my masculine at some point to keep me safe. So I had to work on my feminine energy and to open up my heart and work on my throat and my sacral to balance that. So I am at a point, because I do the work every single day, that I have both energies balanced. So the first thing is look at your subconscious. That's where you'll find the why you've been blocked. Number two is the conscious, which is through astrology. So I utilize bits and pieces of astrology to bridge. So this is work I do in the transformational package. I bridge the unconscious, the subconscious work with the conscious mind. And I utilize tools like human design and astrology to help me understand for myself how I am designed and how you're designed, right? Because we're all different. Like we are designed unique. So the second point you want to look at if you want to connect with your divine feminine is your Venus sign. Not just your birth sign, but your progressed as well. So I'm going to give you an example on myself. Okay, so Venus is your feminine energy. So this is a tricky one, but I love it. And just because I have learned to work with it. I have Venus in Aries. So Aries is a masculine, is ruled by Mars. So practically I have a masculine feminine. Yeah, talking about an oxymoron here. So my feminine energy is very fiery. Okay, think Aries. Aries energy is very fiery, and it's like go, let's go, motivation. It's a warrior, so I've got like this warrior energy. So think of like the Xena or the warrior. Okay, that's how I am, because that's my feminine energy. I initiate. So just think of Aries energy. That's how I was born, and that's my foundation, my foundational base feminine energy. That being said, gotta look at your progress, okay? Because you're born with your birth chart, but then you progress. You don't stay the same. That's why people change and their energy change. So my Venus changed, progressed into Gemini. So I combined the two to understand myself and to work with my feminine energy. I work both with the fire, Aries, and Gemini, which is the witness, intellectual, the talking. So I'm always here, talk, 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 and curiosity. Think of Gemini energy. So I combine the two, and that's my feminine. So before I progress into Gemini energy, my priorities, let's say when I was, like dating or getting to a relationship, were Venus and Aries. But now that I progressed in Gemini, having intellectual conversations. So first you gotta connect with me through the intellect, right? So when I'm single at the moment, when I'm on a dating site, I get bored very, very easily, because if we don't click right away, and if we're not engaging the mind, I'm out, I'm bored, I move fast with both Gemini and Aries, right? So that's me. That's my feminine, just to give you an example. So if you want to put your Venus sign, I can give you some tips. Disclaimer, because for the Christic, so I understand that Christic is the astrology and human design is false light and not Christic. I follow that. I do not use astrology to put myself or my clients for coaching in a box, but I use it to help understand myself and help understand how clients are designed, because everybody is unique, and to get myself and you where you need to be on your highest timeline, to ascend, to grow, to evolve, whatever terminology you use. So remember, if you want to get into your divine feminine and you want to get on that highest timeline, first, you gotta look at your subconscious and find your limiting beliefs and blocks and what happened, why you disconnected from your feminine, what caused the disconnection from your feminine, and it's gonna show up in your sacral and in your throat and in your heart. Those are the three main things. Then look at your Venus. It's going to give you information. It's going to tell you what type of feminine energy you have, because not every feminine has the same energy. And then you work with it. Then you dress in that energy. You use the colors, you use that energy, and you're going to see the difference.